your seatbelt. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Chrissie is hilarious.
Chrissie, have you ever heard of the comedian Basha K. Ali?
No, that sounds like something you yell out before you blow up a plane.
30 seconds remaining.
But you know what good you say? I dabbled in stand-up or something. I haven't been disrespectful to you at all.
I was very confused by the title, Everything Everywhere All at Once, because that's also what we call it when Ash takes off his shirt. I shouldn't be up here. I should be in school on the other side of the ocean. Ooh, hello. I'm so sorry for starting late. I am apologizing profusely out the gate. Let 100% blame this on the baby. The baby was inconsolable. Frank started to think that the baby did not like him, and it was giving him a complex. He was like, WTF, what did I do wrong? And it's crazy because he is the more soothing parent for sure, but I am the one with the boobs. So the options are let it pass or gain 100 pounds so that you too have boobs, Frank. But I was like, no, don't do that. Yeah, it's just a phase. And I was like, to give him a gigantic bottle, and that's what he's doing. And then he's just drinking. He's like drifting off into sleep. I don't know if you guys deal with this. My gosh, this is not the wet spot material you guys were hoping to hear, I'm sure. But I'm so sorry for being late. This is unacceptable. How is everybody's summer going? I sent out the link to some of my wet spot bleacher creatures. This is not a wet spot show. This is not even this is like a sort of a replacement stream where we get together with our friends from the show. Because why stop contacting people? Just because the show is over doesn't mean we can't all still be friends. Right, Frankie MacDonald?
I'm doing great so far. Before you know it, Gavin McInnes is a nice guy. He's a really nice guy. And Chrissy, you'll be doing the studio inside the Compound Sensor studio, and Gavin McInnes is the boss.
Well, about that, Frankie, he did not give me a very good deal. In fact, he offered me less than Compound.
Or Garrett and Steve probably start their own media where Compound Media was. Garrett and Steve probably a new boss.
Yeah, I'll go work for Garrett and Steve. I have no problem with that. Those guys are cool. That's what we'll do. But yeah, it was not going to work out with Gavin. Do you know what Gavin said to me, Frankie? He was like, "Oh, we just needed you and Gino for the 2 weeks leading into the merger. That's all we really needed you for. But now that time has passed, like we kind of don't need you anymore." Can you believe that, Frankie?
Yeah, that means Anthony Cumia is a nice guy.
Yes, Anthony Cumia is a nice guy. We love Anthony. I think he's doing great so far. You know who else is doing great so far? Wow, Drunk Jimmy is here. And Spyrodon is here. Oh my goodness. Jimmy, turn your camera horizontally, will you please?
Oh, fuck, I always forget that. Sorry.
It's all right. Jimmy, tell us about the shirt you're wearing.
Please.
Just go ahead. Fuck you, dude.
It's Spyrodon's favorite.
Yeah. Hey, Chrissy, I'm showing you the chill zone where Gino was in April 2024.
Wow, that's the chill zone. What do they serve?
Ice cream and things like this.
Did they just shut the windows when they saw you coming?
When they're closed for the night.
Did they close suddenly as soon as they saw you? They were like, oh.
No, they're closed for the night because they're scheduled.
What have you ordered from the chill zone?
I had sundaes and I had vanilla and chocolate ice cream and a waffle cone.
That sounds so good. What's your favorite ice cream flavor, Frankie?
I like vanilla and chocolate.
Vanilla and chocolate, the basics. You can't go wrong with that. I really like cookies and cream and coffee flavors, like any kind of coffee or a coffee chip. I fucks with that, or a coconut, something with coconut. I scared Jimmy away.
Candidate for Democratic nomination.
Gino was down the boardwalk on April the 8th.
He was there seeing the eclipse. Frankie, do you know, because I went out and stared directly into the eclipse, that's why the baby came early?
The eclipse, on Monday, April 8th, 2024, Gino was in Sydney.
The eclipse did it. Good. I know. That was...
Yes, and Jimmy, Frankie, Gino brought me back a signed copy of the book.
Yeah.
I have it over here. Hold up.
Be prepared.
Yep.
Yes.
I would like for you to do an MTV Cribs style tour of your house.
It is way too fucking messy. There's no way. Plus, I'm taking care of some relatives here too, so that who wouldn't want to be on camera.
Oh no, don't put them on camera. I'm sure they're horrific looking. Just keep it on your beautiful face. That's Spiridon came to the show on Saturday. So that's negative 10 points for you, Jimmy, because Spiridon was there and you weren't.
I wanted to be there, believe me.
He was the only bleacher creature to come to the show.
Yes. And this show is free. It's not $55.
Spiridon was very upset with the ticket price and the drink minimum. I didn't even know it was going to be that much.
I mean, the ticket price would have been fine, but if you're gonna put $25 on top of it, it's kind of crazy.
Typically, clubs do a 2-drink minimum. Like I think just about every club in the city does that.
That's pretty standard.
Certainly, Spiridon, you've heard of the 2-drink minimum, right? You've heard that as a catchphrase.
Yes, but I mean, are all drinks really add up to $25? I mean, nowadays, probably.
I mean, no, especially you should have said you don't have the excuse I have, like I'm breastfeeding. I can't drink right now.
Yeah, I couldn't tell them I'm breastfeeding. Exactly.
Yeah, I guess if you order 2 martinis that are I don't know, $12 each or something. I mean, I would prefer that it's 2 drinks. I don't like that they told you how much to spend on said drinks.
Well, they didn't say drinks. They said $25 minimum, basically whatever you get with it. So I got a falafel and I got a Sprite.
There you go.
Yes, it was an Israeli restaurant. You know, the owner was Israeli. I know I'm fitting the stereotype here, but
did you guys bond? Did you guys bond over your shared Jewness?
I was showing them pictures of my trip to Israel. So even though I'm not Jewish,
you were like, "Look, I've been to Israel. Give me a fucking discount." God damn it. Yeah. Yeah, I was so surprised that this guy reached out to me because it's a jazz bar in Westchester, and Westchester is typically pretty blue. There's few pockets, few towns that are very much for Trump, and where I live is one of those pockets, thank God. But overall, Westchester is pretty blue. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I found you." I'm like, "How?" I'm not really performing very much at the clubs in New York City. And he also booked Aaron Berg, who ended up not even showing up for his show. He had somebody else come. I think he had Ken Perlman come. The guy said he was substituted with some guy from Long Island who was on the Miss Maisel show. So I'm pretty sure that's Ken Perlman. So I just was just shocked. But he seemed to like me and Keanu for sure. The best part was that when I booked the show, I promised the guy, "No, we don't do period jokes. What are you talking about? We're like cool comedians, we're like funny comedians." And sure enough, Keanu closes with her abortion joke. She does her Shark Week period joke. I talked about birth pretty graphically, and then I was like, "Sorry, buddy." It all worked out. It was a good show. Did you have fun, Spiridon? You got to see Brittany Venti.
Yeah, I got to see Brittany again. That was cool. Glad to see that she's, that I have proof of life.
She's alive, and
she vanished from the internet.
She vanished from the internet, and she was glowing with happiness. She was she fully bounced back with a new boo. Brought her new boo to the show. and they were on time. And I said to the guy, I was like, "Look, I don't know you from a hole in the wall, but you got Brittany to something on time. So for that, you should be applauded, sir. Like, good job, good for you."
And the food didn't kill her, man. It wasn't made out of corn.
I don't think she ate any of the food.
Oh.
Because I even asked the guy, I was like, "Do you have anything on this menu without corn?" And he said, "No." And I said, "Brittany, don't order anything." She was like, "I didn't." But Brittany was telling me she has so many advanced stalkers. I guess they all are live in kiwi farms, and they're very obsessed with her every move.
God.
Like they always find out every person she's dating right away, and like dox. I don't know why. I don't know why she inspires such ire from the internet, but
Why kiwi farms?
I don't know. I don't
Fucking hate that
understand it.
website.
Jimmy, where were we? You were telling us about your shirt.
Oh yeah. I hope it's still in stock because it's one of my favorites.
Rooting for Putin. This shirt has aged terrifically well. This is a shirt that we came up with a couple years ago. I was like, put that on a shirt. And I like it because it's like 70s style. It looks like an old vintage shirt.
Yeah, it's retro.
It's retro. I have one. I have a couple. I have a couple left in my merch bag, but I don't think you can buy them online anymore. I'm gonna find a new merch person.
Yeah, was this Teespring?
I used Teespring for a minute. I used Flagrant Triggers for a minute.
Yeah, Teespring isn't easy.
Might have been Public for a minute. Frankie, I'm concerned that you're in a dimly lit, dark area. Where are you?
Wait.
Are you taking your pants off? What's happening?
No, put the jacket on. It got cooler in my area.
I thought he was gonna do his dancing thing.
I thought you were taking your pants off.
It's cooler in my area right now. Last week it was really hot and humid in my area last Monday.
Whew, thank God. All right. I was about to have to take you off screen. It was getting cooler. You put a jacket on. That makes sense. What's the temperature in Canada right now?
Temperature's getting cooler in Canada right now.
How cold are we talking right now? Because in New York, let me tell you what the deal is in New York. Where I'm currently at, upstate, it's 68 degrees and drizzling.
We don't got no drizzle here.
You don't have any drizzle in the city?
No, it's just swampy humidity at night.
You're missing out.
I mean, in Westchester, it's like it was raining earlier. I know you live in a different part of Westchester, but yeah, it's not bad.
Okay. Interesting. I took the baby out in the rain again today just to feel a couple of droplets on his head because he likes being outside, calms him down. I don't know if that's an all baby thing or just him. Ooh, Colehauser. Hello, Colehauser. What's up, Chrissy? My sister, Briga. Matt Walsh is trash. The fact that Matt and Joy Reid dislike Amber Rose. Pox to them. 199. Yo, Joe. Praise. Ara. I understood most of that. Thank you, Colehauser. Colehauser is my only black fan, so I appreciate him very much.
He's the only open one.
Oh, yeah. My Make Mayor Great Again shirt is the softest thing ever after being washed a million times. Oh, Gina. That makes my day. Thanks, Gina. Yeah, I also have, Make America Great Again. And you know what? When Trump wins, I'm going to have to do another order of those puppies. Oh, it's Gatekeeper. Hello, Gatekeeper. Wish you continued success and good health. Hail, my favorite YouTuber. You should know who that is. Are you talking about? Is this another black fan? I'm blown away. This is 200% more fans than I thought I had. Thank you, sir. You're the best. Okay, guys. How is our summer going? This was supposed to be summer of Spiridon. This is supposed to be summer of Jimmy. What is the lady update from both of you? Go, Spiridon first.
I mean, my usual luck with women. Yeah, just didn't happen. Oh well.
Summer, you act like summer's over, Spiridon. It's not. It's not even half over.
It's not. But okay. Yeah, you're right. It's not. All right, I'll keep trying.
Keep trying. And you know who else is going to keep trying? Vidal Super Ninja.
There he is.
Hey, cheers, brother.
Yo.
How's my West Spot family doing?
I'm going to put everybody in order of how poorly lit you are.
Why is Frankie in the dark? What's going on over
Frankie's in the dark.
I'm at the Sydney Boardwalk right now.
In a dark place.
Frankie, I'm going to send you like a headlamp or something.
I got that.
Are you in front of your house?
Foot lamp is something.
I'm at the Boardwalk right now by the chill zone.
The boardwalk by the chill zone. Okay, they should really open up. You're a VIP. They should open up and serve you some ice cream. Frankie, what are your these guys need some tips for picking up women. Frankie, what is your number one tip for picking up women?
That's a great idea. You have to look for one. You have to try hard.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. You have to try hard.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's
I
actually
needed
a really
that.
good point.
Needed the motivational boost.
I mean, I've been told today that a good way to do it is to quote Darth Vader.
Oh yeah, that
Yes,
works.
I'm referring to Courtney.
Oh yeah,
I missed that one.
Yeah,
he's
I
a
missed
character
the
in
nerd
Star
reference.
Wars, Jimmy. See,
I know who
Frankie
Darth
gets
Vader
it.
is. I just don't know what he said about women.
Oh,
They're the
Go ahead,
nice ones all
elaborate.
together.
I'm a Star Wars fan. Not even I get that one.
No, I
no.
really didn't hear
So
what he said.
Courtney
I
is
really didn't.
one of Keanu's friends who's
She's a butt rug baby. She's one of
going on a
Keanu's.
dating show, and she's just like, okay, well, she's a huge fan of Star Wars, so I kept dropping Star Wars pickup lines on her. But she's like, yeah, she didn't know them all. She only knows she only memorized all of Darth Vader's lines because I took one from Lando, and she didn't know it, and I was
Look
like,
here,
okay.
Spiridon.
Yeah.
That
me up on
might
this.
only work with me. That sounds promising.
Well, the thing is most of what Vader says is like threats. So
Some women are into that. Some women like
Yeah,
to
I
be
guess
scared.
so.
That means Compound Media
I'm
used to be a
altering the
studio.
bargain. I don't alter it any farther. Is that sexy?
You're right, Frankie. Compound Media used to be a studio. You're 100% right.
It's a studio in our hearts. Instead of it.
That means what happens if Garrett and Steve started in the studio again? There'll be Compound Media 2.0.
Oh, I would love that. They are currently streaming from Steve's house in Long Island. Not Long Island, Staten Island. I don't know. It is the best borough. I don't know if they're looking to find another studio, but if they did, I would jump on that so quickly. I would be all about the Steve and Garrett network.
And Gino will jump on that studio too.
And Gino too. Yeah, we're all going to be simulcasting on Wednesday night. So we'll definitely.
Sounds like Frankie's making the choices for us. like he's managing it. He's running this shit.
What about Impound Studio?
Impound Studio, right? That's Drew's studio out there in Brooklyn. I don't know if he lives in like deep Brooklyn or regular Brooklyn.
I live in deep Brooklyn.
Oh, yeah.
Like
And that means you'll be reunited with the studio before you know it.
I like Frankie's
That's
positive
right, Frankie.
attitude. Gatekeeper,
We
my
needed
favorite
that,
is
Frankie.
Gary, but of course I support you. Oh, thank you, Gatekeeper. You're the best.
Like half of
Okay.
the Bleacher Creatures live in Brooklyn, so
Really?
I think
You guys
so.
should go to the Impound Studio then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might stop in.
Frankie,
Why
you're a
not? I'm in
genius.
It's
Williamsburg.
happening.
And
For
Garrett
sure.
and Steve could be the boss.
Obviously.
I like this. Frankie's got a lot of good ideas. He needs to be CEO of the new Compound Media.
Frankie's gonna do his own version of The Apprentice. Like, making us compete against each other.
You're fired. Okay, Jimmy, how about you? Are you getting any summer tail? Summer bootay?
Yeah, I got some plans for Friday.
Ooh.
But I don't want to jinx it. But I've met her. I've done stuff with her before, so
Done
should go
stuff?
well. Should
Butt
go well.
stuff?
No,
That means the Atlanta, Georgia children will be going back to school next Thursday. Atlanta.
What?
I don't know what the Atlanta children have to do with Jimmy's
They
hot
finish
take
up
on
in the
it.
end of May. They finish
the
up
best
school in the end of
segue.
May.
Jimmy, are you dating someone from the Atlanta school district?
No. I've never even met anybody from Atlanta.
Okay.
Rural Georgia. I have
Best answer, Jimmy. The only proper answer you could have given right
You
there.
just
But I'm-
outed him. That's
Why
funny.
would they be going back to school in the middle of July? That is so fucked up.
That
Yeah,
means that Atlanta, they finish up school in the end of May.
Wow, that's horrible.
They have their
That's
summer
really
break in June and July, and they go back in early August.
Okay, all right, that's normal. That's like similar to the Vegas school year. They go back in
I mean,
August.
wait, really?
Yeah, my sister works out in Vegas, and their school they're off, I think, end of May, back in August, early August.
Because like if you're playing football, like yeah, you gotta go to camp and stuff in August, but like
I found it though, and I'm going to show you this. This is yellowish light.
That is a yellowish light.
They used to have them in New York City before they got rid of those yellowish lights and replaced it with the bright white lights.
I like the yellow ones better.
Yeah, I miss the old piss yellow lights. It's not the same. We got those
The light I
bright-ass
have
LEDs.
The light I have on right now.
They
is
replaced it with the
yellow.
LED lights.
I don't like them. We don't like the LED lights. I don't like electric cars. I don't like electric ovens. I don't like the fucking wind up cars they're trying to sell us on right now. I'm not about it.
The toy cars.
No.
Well,
I
they're
you know
forcing
what
me
I
to change
miss?
my stove. I still have one of the gas stoves, and they want me to get rid of it. They're forcing it
Don't
on
do
me.
it.
Like
You say you're gonna take that from my cold dead hands.
I'm a holdout, man. I'm like the last person in the building that has one, so I don't
My
know.
cold
They're
dead
coming down the
idiots.
Oh my god, has Filthy been here the whole time and I have been ignoring him?
What? I was just chilling. Hello.
No, well,
How's everyone doing?
now you're in it.
Bye.
I'm in
I
it
thought
now.
Filthy died.
Golly.
You're in it now.
I almost died last week, but I'm feeling much better now.
What happened?
I don't know. I got sick with something that just made me feel like I was drowning.
I got something to say. President Joe Biden is still alive.
Is
Really?
he? Are you sure?
Yes, he's still alive. I repeat, Joe Biden is still alive.
I think they
Doubt.
took him out, Frankie. I think he's been dead for months, years.
I mean,
I
you
don't
made
know.
a video today.
I heard rumors that you might be the second shooter, Frankie. What's going on with that?
No, it's not true. Joe Biden is
I don't
still
know.
alive. Joe Biden is still alive.
Oh, so that's why Frankie is so strongly saying he's alive right now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know. The more he resists, the more I doubt him.
Yeah.
He's still alive. Joe Biden is still alive.
I've seen you
This
climb
gets
roofs
filled up
before.
a little more every day.
I found it out.
Reality-
Joe Biden is still alive.
I don't know. I'm gonna need to see some proof, Frankie.
He's still alive.
That he did the phone in on. I don't think if he's alive, I don't think he's like aware of who he is. I think he's in like a coma or something. It sounded so fake.
We still
He's
haven't
fucking
seen
sleepwalking.
Oh, the call from Kamala earlier.
Yeah, Kamala's in the middle of the speech, and he does a phone in on the speech. It didn't even sound like Biden. Like it didn't sound like him at all.
Really?
It sounded like
Hold on. Explain to
sounded
me
like
again.
a
Like
fake
I'm
call.
stupid. Biden was on a call today.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kamala's doing a press conference, I guess, receiving her nomination or endorsements, whatever. And Biden calls in, gives his blessing, and it almost sounded like he was too clear spoken to be Biden. Biden is never so like he was giving run-on sentences that actually made sense, and it didn't sound like him at all. It sounded like a drone.
Here's a 5-second one, but
Okay.
let's see.
Okay.
Joe, I know you're still on the call. Our president's voice.
Never mind. I
Joe,
fail. I'll find the real one.
No, that's enough. That's enough.
No, because she messed up where she said, Joe, I know you're on the and then she says call, so she almost said
called it
recording.
She almost said what?
Yeah.
Road?
No, recording. She almost said recording. Because it was like, it's so blatantly not really him calling in to her speech.
Huh.
Yeah, she almost called it a recording, stopped herself short in the middle of that, and called it a call. She corrected herself, and she called it a call. And it's like, she's probably feeling the pressure of trying to keep up the act. I feel like something's going on. It seems a little too suspect to me.
Whoa.
I think Biden might be. out of the game.
In case you want to see it,
Very
I got
That
the
means that it's somebody going in where Compound Studio used to be.
What?
Yeah, the two
Wow.
topics are connected.
We normally
Yeah.
don't delve into politics in this show, which is
I think
why.
Nelson
Oh, you
Peabody
pulled it
was
up.
the guy
Okay.
in the phone call.
I'll play it.
Oh,
It is so good to hear
Kamala.
our president's voice. Joe, I know you're still on the call, and we've been talking.
You heard that, right?
On the Rick.
yeah, she stuttered.
She's
Might
not
do that.
saying Ricola, that's for sure.
On the
Every
Rick.
day. You guys heard it from Doug's voice. We love Joe and Jill. We really do. They truly are like family to us. And we do, everybody here does.
It's mutual.
I knew you were still there. You're not going anywhere, Joe.
I'm watching you, kid. I'm watching you, kid. I love you.
That's
See
not
how-
him. That is
doesn't
not.
sound
There's
like him.
no. There's no. That doesn't sound like him at all.
You want? I'll
He's
just
dead.
play that. I'm watching
He's
you,
so
kid.
dead.
Anywhere, Joe.
I'm watching you, kid. I'm watching you, kid. I love you.
I love you, Joe.
Oh, that's scary.
That is. She's a horrible liar.
She was the tell. She's got a terrible poker face.
She's what a
She's the one.
nervous, laughing twat she is. That
Her
was they
speech
should have
was
rehearsed
old.
that.
Her speech was
One NHL and one professional hockey player. If the NHL got in trouble from taking the Stanley Cup in the water in Atlantic Ocean in Miami, Florida,
Did it
Wait,
sink?
what?
the Stanley Cup is still around. That one hockey player got punished,
Oh, what did
Which
he have
one?
to do? Push-ups?
taking Stanley Cup in the water.
Oh, but what was his punishment for taking the Stanley Cup into the water?
That's the rules. That's against the rules of the hockey.
Oh, is it
When
not
a team wins the
waterproof?
Stanley Cup every year,
Is he
Is it
suspended?
not waterproof?
I guess they don't want it to rust.
they don't want the Stanley Cup to rust.
Oh, that makes sense.
Something
Interesting.
about beach water and trophies don't work.
Beach water is not
There's
good.
only one
for-
Stanley Cup.
I guess I thought they get a new one each year. I guess there's one they just share it.
I don't think
How
so.
long
I
did
think,
they
I
run
think
that?
there is no one each year.
Each hockey player shares the Stanley Cup. When a team wins the Stanley Cup, one player takes their turns to carry the Stanley Cup.
You mean the team, or like one team takes their turn,
Yeah,
or one player?
every year when a new team wins it, they get passed the cup.
Yes.
Can't be true.
He knows what's
Or
up. Frankie's
Canadian, like,
incredibly
Frankie.
smart. When we had
No, I'm
Frankie
not- I
on
mean-
last time, we quizzed him on all the cities and countries in the world, and he named all of them. He blew us all away.
Frankie, do they do that with the Grey Cup too? Is that just passed around every year?
You have to pass it on to the CFL players that are part of the Grey Cup champions every year. Same with the World Series baseball players and Super Bowl, the NFL football players and NBA championship trophy to all the NBA players when a team wins every year.
Wow. Courtney wants to know if it's illegal to kiss the Stanley Cup.
The players kiss the Stanley Cup in an arena.
But not outside the arena. No kisses outside the arena.
It's unprofessional, unsportsmanlike.
They kiss the Stanley Cup inside the NHL arena. The player kisses the Stanley Cup. Each player does that.
Ooh. I hope they use sanitizer first. Probably not. It's probably a lot of germs.
They run a train on the Stanley Cup.
They do that. Poor Stanley Cup doesn't know what hit her.
Then after each player kissed their Stanley Cup, then after that, then the NHL officials and Hockey Hall of Fame officials, they clean the cup and sanitize it.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh.
Here's what I think. I think the coronavirus thing was just a ruse, an elaborate ruse. I think he had it. His health took a real turn, and it's so easy to say just the Rona. And I think he's dead. I think I don't
He's
know.
still alive. I repeat, Joe Biden is still alive. He's not dead. He's still alive.
You seem pretty
Alex
emphatic
Jones has
about
been
that.
saying they're going to kill Biden since like a month ago. He's been saying it, for at least a
Wow.
month. He's been saying they're going to kill Trump.
The word on the street is that I guess Joe was saying to his brother Frank Biden, I guess asking him what is it like to have dementia. Like that was the last reported, I guess, conversation he had with his brother. Which is very sad. It's so sad. I mean, like, yeah, he's a career politician, and on one hand, I don't really feel bad for him. But on the other, it's like he should have been able to live out his last couple years, with his family in a home or whatever.
They dragged his ass out for this election in 2020, and even then, people were saying he was unfit. And here we are, 4 years later, still playing this game. It's fucking nuts. I can't believe it's gone this far.
He should be in jail.
Oh yeah, faux show.
I don't even think he could function in a jail. I don't think he understands what he's doing anymore.
That doesn't matter. He sold out this country for
Hey,
decades
guys.
to
Hey, Chrissy,
countries around the world.
True.
And guess what? I don't take any pictures in any military installations at all.
You don't, Frankie? Why not?
Frankie.
That's not what I heard.
Why not?
That's
Frankie?
not what I'm hearing, Frankie.
Is it a rule?
That means it's a government issues.
Okay. He's respectful.
So if Biden actually is seriously ill or gone, the Chinese might take that opportunity to invade Taiwan. So that's why I'm currently for all the bad shit
What's
that's
wrong
going
with
on.
that? Are they gonna stop making clothes if that happens? What would be so bad about that?
They make computer chips in Taiwan, not clothes.
Well, tell that to all my clothes that say "Made in Taiwan" on them.
Yeah,
clothes that say
all
"Made
my
in Taiwan."
Furniture.
You talk to your clothes?
I want to know where they come from.
Okay.
So big deal.
Yeah.
China invades Taiwan. I mean, isn't that better than them invading us?
That means
then they control all the computer chips. So 10 years down the road, they control everything. That's a pretty big deal.
Well, that sounds like a worry for 10
operate our fucking refrigerators correctly. Anything. Our computers to our refrigerators to anything if that happens. Like
we make
even
chips.
Vivek
We
was
make
like, okay,
10 nanometer chips.
Nuclear
they
weapons.
make 5.
Like if Vivek, isolationist incarnate, takes it that seriously, then it's a big deal. But yeah.
Taiwan is super important for trade. There are some fabrication centers there. They make CPUs, memory motherboards, etc.
Yep.
We make them all as well. We just don't make as powerful and as small of chips as they do. They make 10 nanometer. No, we make 10 nanometer chips. That's the best we can make currently in the U.S. And they make 5 nanometer chips.
I'll take a big American chip over a small Asian chip. You know what I mean? Any day.
Yeah.
I'm a patriot.
That American pride.
Give me those clunky ass chips, okay? We gotta start somewhere.
I would love it if we could make them here. To be honest, I would love it.
Well,
we just haven't
TSMC,
the
Taiwan Semiconductor, whatever TSMC, they are moving big gigafactory to the U.S. They're also putting a factory in China. I think they're putting one in England. So they are making factories elsewhere, but they're not necessarily bringing their technology of smaller chipsets. They're going to be making the larger chips that are used in things like, Chrissy, like you said, refrigerators and things like that. It's just not going to be like what gets put in like your cell phone with the ARM technologies and stuff like that.
I mean, there's the human element as well in the fact that you have to have the knowledge to actually make the chips, the scientists that actually know how to do it. So they'd have to evacuate them before they get, I don't know, arrested or killed by the Chinese. So, which is why I just say park the Navy in the Taiwan Straits, but until Trump gets there. But
that sounds like a good plan, Spiridon.
Yeah.
I think Frankie needs to lead the military, though. Let's be honest, guys. We know who's the
I would
leader
put Frankie
here.
in charge.
Yeah, Frankie. Yeah,
Frankie is in charge. He's the one who tried to kill Trump.
Right.
I didn't do it at all. I didn't do it. It's fake altogether. Somebody else did it. It's not true. I repeat, not true.
I saw pictures.
You know,
I
if
saw the
Frankie
evidence.
was head of the
was
Navy,
posting
I'd feel
pictures.
pretty safe.
I never, ever been to Pennsylvania at all.
I've never even been to Pennsylvania, Frankie says.
I was in Philadelphia a few weeks ago. It sucks.
I'll point this out, but Frankie looks like he's almost at the height of the light behind him, which makes me think he's on a roof right now.
No, I'm not on the roof. I'm down the boardwalk. I'm not near any army bases or military installations or Air Force or naval bases at all. I'm at the boardwalk.
I believe you, Frankie.
He's getting oddly specific. Just saying.
Yeah, nobody bought up army installations, dude.
No. Frankie's too much of an angel to do something like that.
He is an angel. He would never.
He's
Which
a
makes him
gentle
actually the
soul.
perfect person for it.
Exactly.
Well, now you've changed my mind. I'm seeing it in a different way now.
No one would suspect the mild-mannered Frankie MacDonald. Okay, so Jimmy's got a hot date on Friday. Spiridon is no longer trying. Vidal, what's the lady situation for you like?
It's
Spiridon's
kind of
doing
fun.
despair.
Yeah, what the hell, Spiridon? Every time I talk to you, he's just depressing about it. Like, where's your enthusiasm for dating?
Self-deprecating humor.
I don't know, man.
Anthony
We be talking
Cumia
in
is now
private,
the
so,
form.
like, it's not too different when it's just you and I talking alone about this shit. It's like, okay. We gotta help this boy out, man. I feel like Spiridon is Jewish. Just for the record.
You haven't noticed the profile picture, though?
Thank you, Zach.
Chrissy's favorite Adam Sandler movie is that profile picture.
I don't have a favorite. Actually, no, I do. The jewelry store one.
Uncut Gems, which is that
Uncut
profile
Gems.
picture. That's Adam Sandler in Uncut Gems.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Oh, right.
That means before you know it, Chrissy, you will have a new producer.
Yeah. Before I know
Does
it, I
she?
think I'm my own producer. Well, I guess in a sense, Frank kind of produces for me, and so does Fealty. Fealty will get in my shows and send me pertinent links and things. So,
Can you actually
I'm the
fire
secret
your
back
husband?
end.
Like that would cause problems.
what would?
That sounds
Like if your husband was your producer and you fired him.
I would never fire him.
Like
I would
Best
just
job.
I would just
That would be
promote
kinda
him
crazy.
upwards. I would just be like, oh, you're CEO now. And
You
it's a
gotta-
very
yeah,
important job.
I
Yeah.
found out Anthony Cumia, he's the former CEO of Compound Media.
True.
Yeah, former one.
Now
Well,
you are.
isn't it?
Frankie.
It was a merger, so technically, doesn't he have part ownership in now the merged companies of Compound and Censored?
You would think so.
Yeah,
Are you
'cause
in
I
his
could
book?
swear he mentioned that on his show
Chrissy?
that he is still a partial owner. It's just he doesn't have to take care of like
Anybody.
all the stuff that he didn't. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was circumnavigating that.
Anyone.
that.
Are
you
you in
think
his
you're-
book, Chrissy? You know?
I haven't read it yet, but I did get it, and it's on my stack.
What
It's
is?
It's Cumia's new book. It came out just a few days
I haven't
ago.
read that either.
Gino's in it. I don't know who else. Of course, Brennan is in it.
Did you read it,
This-
Spiridon?
No, but I mean, Gino talks about it enough.
This is just hearsay.
Yeah,
I read it
Gino,
first one.
Brennan, they all talk about it.
But this
Does
one
that,
is
does
just
that
about
mean
the
it's
Dabbleverse,
overruled,
right?
Chrissy, if it's hearsay?
I can't.
No, Gino's upset because there's an untruth printed in the book. I guess Cumia said that like he got the details of the punching wrong between Gino and Pat. Like that, I guess the story he printed is not entirely accurate, which is upset Gino.
Did it make Gino look bad? Was it he just got like pussified in the story or something?
I
Was
think
that
what it said, what Gino said, something to the effect of Pat texted him, "If you don't come over to the bar right now, I'm gonna punch you" or something. And Gino was like, "Pat would never invite me to a bar. He doesn't drink. He's not in bars." What happened was Gino was in there, and then just Pat walked up and just punched him.
And back
To
in
be fair,
2022, Pat Dixon is on Gavin McInnes' side.
Yes, he is.
Of course he is.
And
Anyway,
anyway, Frankie knows this. Frankie, why did Pat punch Gino?
Because Pat took drugs himself. Because Gino is on Anthony Cumia's side and Pat is on Gavin McInnes' side.
That about sums it up.
And now everybody's a friend to each other anyway, so what did it matter? I'm sure everybody involved in the fight was kind of drunk anyway, so who could really recall with perfect recollection, right?
Well, there may have been some Adderall involved.
Yeah, there
I'm
might have been
sure.
200 milligrams of Adderall involved.
I'm sure if you listen to all of their perspectives, somewhere in there is the truth, but nobody's gonna have 100%.
I mean, there is
accurate
video
story.
footage of it.
Yeah.
We can.
Well, the moments leading up to it and stuff. I mean, who knows?
I think the most accurate source is Bill Schultz, because that's the video I watched on it. You talking to Bill?
Don Jameson left Compound Studio. That Jameson Show left Compound Media before the merger. 3 months before the merger.
He did.
He knew it was coming.
So it's the morning with Bill.
Yep. They got out early. Yeah.
Both That Jameson Show and Morning got out early. And a year before the merger, Brian Johnson, Eric Nagel of Will You Kindly got out. He's the one of the first podcasts to get out.
Mm-hmm. That's
Chrissy,
Frankie knows the history.
What's going on with your studio thing?
Oh, it's coming together. New wallpaper is up. The furniture is in. I have to order a couple of lights, maybe another camera, but I should really make it my goal to, like, maybe in the next week or two start streaming from it. Start actually.
It's gonna
I
be.
think you could wait.
Are you inviting guests, or like what's the deal?
I have nowhere to put guests. It would only be like if I was doing a one-on-one interview, I would have room for that. Maybe 2 people, but I don't have room for like multiple guests.
Not massive.
Yeah.
So it's a totally different.
Frankie will
Erica, thank you for the pink boy. Oh my god.
Hi, Erica. I'm doing great so far.
She loves you, Frankie. She gave you a shout out. Am I hearing music?
Endless positivity.
Emails from you, Erica, that I have to respond to. I love you, Frankie. Keep shining. Oh, you're so sweet, Erica.
That's Erica. She's a fan of the Chrissie Mayr, and she used to watch Compound Media before it merged with Censor TV.
Mm-hmm. And does she not? Does she watch it now? Is she still a fan? Or is she out?
Yes, she's still a fan.
Aw.
Don Jameson probably started his own podcast on every Tuesday night on StreamYard himself.
Ooh, I like
Don
that.
Jameson's a baller, man. I've seen him on SNY a couple times.
I love Don. He is a cool dude. He is an old soul. He just, I don't know. He's anybody who's like firmly entrenched in the music world. I think it's kind of cool because it's just so different from comedy, and it's gritty. The gritty music world.
You guys play hand in hand at the venues and stuff, so you get a nice perspective on that world, I guess.
I think being a musician is a million times easier than being a comedian. Okay, you don't like, you don't.
Wow.
Like it's much,
you're gonna get a bunch of angry calls.
It's much harder to like bomb a song than it is to bomb a whole set. You know what I mean? Like, sure, you could sound like terrible, but I just don't think. Are you going to be heckled?
I guess you mean from the live performance perspective,
Yeah.
right? Like the margin of error is a lot less vicious for.
You've
for
got
a
bandmates to fall back on, and like kind of.
Oh yeah, because there's if you're a guitarist in a band, the bass and the drums are just gonna cover over every mistake you make.
Yeah. And if it's just stand-up comedians, it's if you fail, it's 100% on you. You can't blame it on the drummer. You can't be like, oh, let's play a cover, like let's do the hits. That's something everybody likes. No.
Well, what if you're an a cappella singer?
Well,
how many left right now?
Acapella singer. Acapella is so specific. Like I love the movies Pitch Perfect. Like if you're going to an acapella concert, you know what you're in for. You're there to see cringy, corny people singing with no instruments or making instruments out of their voices. So I don't know. I think acapella, that's like theater kids, basically.
Chrissy, when you were pregnant, you said you felt like your comedy was falling off a little, maybe because of the hormones or whatever. Since you had the baby, I mean, do you feel like you're back in? You did. You did a few times, actually.
I said I felt like my comedy was falling. Oh, maybe I said something to the effect like the baby was eating my brain.
Yeah, anytime you whipped a joke or something, you were like pregnancy. You put it on the kid pretty much.
And guess what? Guess what, Vidal? I'm doing the same shit, except I'm blaming it on being a mom. If something bombs, I'm gonna go, oh, mom brain. Oh, well.
Her new set is brilliant.
I'm gonna go up. I hear the baby crying. I gotta go.
You get like an 18-year leeway on this shit. She's like, hey, look, I'm a mom.
Yep.
I'm still
Excuses for life. I think Spiridon was in the middle of trying to compliment me.
Yeah, I was. Yeah. I like your new set, the one you did in Mount Kisco.
And I did not pay him to say that, guys. This is
You're talking about, the baby's head is all weird when it comes out. So it's all in a weird shape, and that's why they slapped the hat on it.
Yep, it's all
not to keep it warm,
looking.
because they don't want you looking at the weird fucking head.
It's all fucked up looking. When the baby comes out, it's like, ah, and the baby's heads, they're in each of our skulls. They're like tectonic plates. There's like 4 pieces to it, and the little, you've heard of a soft spot on a baby's head. It's called, God, I forget now. Now I forget something with an F, but it takes 6 months to 2 years or something for the tectonic plates to completely fuse together and disappear, right? But for the first few months, like when you're born, the plates, like when the baby's in utero, it's normal. It's a normal head situation. But then when you're being pushed through the birth canal, the plates smush together and sort of like go like so you can get through. And then so the babies are kind of if they're born vaginally, they're born with a kind of like a cone head, because just the sheer pressure of it all. Again,
like the movie.
You come out looking fucking crazy. The heads are cone shaped, and that's why they gotta slap a hat on that thing to not scare the mums and dads. They go, "Oh, the baby's cold." No, your head just looks crazy, and they gotta cover that shit up.
I did not know this. I mean, this is like emergency room scenario. I
now do medical material, but if you have a C-section, that doesn't happen to the baby. The baby comes out with a perfect, round pumpkin head.
So babies are born with cone heads.
If they're born vaginally, yeah, that's good. They're gonna be a little misshapen, and then it takes time for it to sort of fluff back up again.
They look like Keanu was not having more misshapen baby heads, or what? Is that on the agenda to have more misshapen baby heads?
Well, I mean, this is important stuff to know. Like, if my luck with women ever improves, like someday I'm gonna have to see it too. So
yeah, don't look right into the eye of the storm, though. Don't look at the birth. Okay, it's gonna scare you.
Next, I found it out. Next month is the final month of meteorological summer.
Ooh,
what's that?
What does that mean?
That means autumn. Meteorological autumn starts September 1st. The solar autumn starts on August the 7th. It's nothing to do with the weather. It's the length of daylight. That's when solar summer ends. The solar fall begins on August 7th. It's nothing to do with the weather. It's the length of daylight.
I feel like, Frankie, do you like fall better than summer?
Fall starts on September 22nd. That's when 12-hour daylight, 12-hour darkness all over the world.
I think you like fall. I don't want to look like this is you're coming at me, Frankie, with like beginning of like school energy, which I don't like. This is what I hated as a kid. I hated over the summer when I'd hear like back to school commercials. Clothing. Like, don't come at me. It's not even August yet. Don't come at me with this back to school energy. Don't be coming here talking about fall. Okay, picture day, leaves, pants. I don't want to hear about that right now. Okay, let me be in summer. Frankie, let me enjoy the summer.
You're a summer girl, Chrissy. I didn't know if you were.
Did you ever do summer school, Chrissy?
Oh, you swim though. So you love that shit.
I taught summer school. I taught summer school gymnastics.
What?
For a few summers.
Then you got the Olympics starting on the 26th.
Yeah, and I'm in that too.
It's going to be extreme security over in Paris because of the Olympics.
Really?
Because of what you did on July 13th, Frankie, or no?
Not true. I didn't do it at all.
Yeah.
I actually went to the grassy knoll down in Dallas, and like they have graffiti like all over the fence where the second shooter was supposedly was.
Where Frankie was.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. In 1963. Exactly.
You mean where Jack Ruby was.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Me, Conehead baby, sounds like a humble brag to me, huh? Yep, that's the truth. Sunny Hard R, Sunny Hard R. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the yellow boy.
We get music cues for the music for the super chats. I didn't know we could do
That's why a lot of music is copyrighted material by the record company.
Mm-hmm.
Shame
But
on you, Vito.
I play just enough so that I don't get that. Chrissy, I'm getting caught up. Sorry for what's happening to you now. Easy to say one would smash the fit version of what? It's easy to say one would smash the fit version of you, but I would still stand by you after you drop a sticky dookie on Gavin's desk. All right, there's a lot to unpack here. Okay,
that will get through.
First of all, you had me. I liked you just from your name alone, Sunny Hard R. That's funny. $10. Great. You had me at hello, but then you're vague about like, sorry, what's happening to you? Do you mean my dad was murdered? Do you mean because I was edged out of the merger? Like, you need to be more specific about that. One would smash the fit version of me, but that's like, okay, only I can say I'm unfit right now. You can't. That's not on you. You know what I mean? Enjoy your ban is what I'm trying to say. Goodbye.
No, I got censored the other day. I got censored trying to send a super chat with the word GIFs in it. GIFTS.
GIFs?
Yeah. But they let that shit go through?
Well, because GIF is German for poison.
Really?
I don't think that's why, though, Jimmy. They're not censoring us for German language.
I'm pretty sure any word
according to that,
in any language.
Kill Zone is open noon till 9 p.m. daily.
Ooh.
I found an answer.
Oh, we know the hours. Okay, that's pretty good.
Oh. You don't even know what that shop is, but we know it's open from noon to...
No, it's the Chill Zone. They have ice cream there.
Oh. I thought it burned down.
Frankie plans on breaking...
That Chill Zone is still around.
Oh.
It's still here. Yeah, Frankie orders chocolate and vanilla ice cream from there.
Yeah.
Frankie, do they know you're famous at the Chill Zone?
Yeah. And Gino was there in April, but it's not open yet.
It's not open yet. We gotta wait till noon tomorrow.
Gerard Coombs wasn't there either?
Gerard Coombs will be cutting my hair on September 19th.
Ooh.
Okay, make sure he gets the tip that Gino left him.
You're trying to get that summer flow going.
Summer flow. Erica says, Frankie, they should pay you for advertising. They really should.
Yeah, A&W should have paid him for years.
Mm-hmm.
Like Sydney should like have him as like an official ambassador.
Yeah.
I mean, he's already an unofficial ambassador.
Yeah, I feel like he's pretty famous. He's the only thing I know about that town, so I think it works.
Oh yeah. What is Sydney, Nova Scotia known for, Frankie?
The biggest fiddle in the world.
Oh, the biggest fiddle in the world.
That's right. That actually is pretty. That is true.
And you were standing next to it. You and Gino were standing next to it during the eclipse.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
I wonder if there's like... So are the cities in Canada, it's just different large instruments? Like, is there a largest harmonica in the world the next town over?
Like when fucking Plankton is running into the harmonica on SpongeBob, the blow into each hole.
Exactly like that. What are you smoking, Jimmy? Smoking is bad for you. You're smoking indoors in your house.
You're concerned for drunk Jimmy's health?
This is like, you gotta make sure Jimmy, make sure when you're done with that, open the windows, spray some Febreze. We can't have an old cigar smell in your house. That's not good for attracting a mate.
Yeah, get rid of all smoking material.
Mm-hmm. You can smoke, but just don't be having that room smell like a stanky cigar.
She vapes, so she's a fucking hypocrite if she says anything to me.
It's like, vaping is basically gum, like chewing gum at this point. It doesn't smell.
Well, I'm not gonna fucking hear it from you.
Yeah, but it's oil though, so you're vaporizing oil. When you're breathing that out, it's just getting soaked up into your walls, and who knows what the heck that's doing.
Yeah. Just
We're
spray a
having an
little
intervention with Jimmy right now.
Spray a little something when you're done.
I mean, cigarettes are what, like fucking $40 a pack now? I could
No.
never do it.
Yeah, less
Or
than
if
less
there's money with me, but
less than a Chrissie Mayr show.
yeah.
I got this for 15.
Marlboro Red.
Amazing
That's
how
what
much
I
you bitch about
smoked.
money.
That's what I smoked when I was a kid.
I know
Marlboro
places.
Red.
you
Yeah,
get
I
this
don't
pack
smoke.
of
I don't do
Newport.
these nasty things.
I used to
Nobody
smoke
smoke.
Newports because I'm like part black.
Oh,
so it's
you
like,
look like a Newport, Vidal. That
yeah,
doesn't
I'm a
surprise me
Brooklyn.
at all.
Come on, I'm a Brooklyn half breed. It was in my genetics. I had no choice. I was born.
You're like,
I'm from Brooklyn. I don't touch those.
you're like, I cut the sleeves
not-
off my shirts and I smoke Newports. What of it?
You're not half black, filthy. That's your.
I'm
genetic
Sicilian.
Yeah,
I'm half
Yeah,
Sicilian.
they're basically black.
Sicilian smoke Newports. That's a thing. I didn't know.
No, we smoke red hundreds.
Hold on, I'm getting
That's
another
what we
drink.
smoke.
Talk among.
She's going to get a
She said she's getting another
non-alcoholic
drink.
White Claw. I
I
actually
quit
got some
drinking
White
the
Claws. I
last
got
time
a
I
great
saw you
deal
guys.
from
Oh, she's
7-Eleven,
getting another drink. I'm
25%
getting
off up to $8. So good. I definitely
My
recommend
last
it.
drink
But
was
it doesn't
beer
make
at
sense that
Compound.
White Claw Surges cost the same exact amount as a regular White Claw, but it has a higher percentage of alcohol. It makes me wonder what the heck is in a White Claw Surge that they're going to be able to sell it for the same exact amount. It doesn't make any sense.
I think when people are drinking, they're not doing the math, man. They're just drinking. So they can price it however they want to make that money.
I mean, I'll tell you one thing though, that a White Claw at Sullivan's was $7 versus the
Oh God,
White Claw
here we
at
go
the,
again
at
with
the
this
place
shit.
like right next to it was $3.
This motherfucker got overcharged one time, and he has not let that shit go. He like,
Wait, how much did they overcharge you?
Yes, it went from $3 to fucking $7 just in the pleasure of being in a loud fucking dive bar like Sullivan's.
Oh, Sullivan's, yeah. Well, you know, the crazy thing about that is you could just go 2 doors down and get it for $3 from the bodega.
That's exactly what I did. And then I'd go and I'd get the $1 pizza because everything's about saving money with me because I'm not Jewish.
It is really amazing that a place like Sullivan's can exist with their exorbitant prices when you have a dollar pizza place on the corner and a bodega to get. Like, you have two options to fulfill all the needs fulfilled by Sullivan's that are just like 10 steps away. Yeah, but they stay in business. Somehow Sullivan stays in business with it.
Oh, they're going to go out of business now without Gino.
I don't feel that Sullivan
and Chrissie was buying a lot from there.
Oh yeah, I was looking when I did my taxes for what was it, 2023. I was appalled at how much money I spent at Sullivan's.
Hey, that is an essential investment.
It was like on average like $75 a week to $100, like
To a good cause.
between 60 and like 160 basically every week.
I suppose, yeah. I mean, you were only there on Mondays, though? That's crazy. So that's one day. You spent all that on one fucking day.
Yeah.
I think Gino.
All she got with it was some mozzarella sticks. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, you get
know,
like nachos for $15.
You know what? I was keeping this secret, but now fuck it. If you go to Sullivan's, go ahead and order the lamb chops. They're not on the menu. It's a secret thing. It's a special thing. It used to be only a few people knew about it, but you know what? Yeah, I'm feeling crazy. Just go there and order it. And you'll be like, what? How do all these people know?
Chrissie sent
like the party platter or whatever it was called a bunch of times.
Yes, the apps platter.
That's
what
it
it
is.
Yeah, I wonder how Alex is doing now that he doesn't have all those cookies to eat. You know, at Compound Studios.
Right.
I remember one time I'm sitting on the couch next to him.
Oh
and
yeah,
I turn
Alex.
to my
oh my
left.
God, Alex. Whose friend is Alex? Who brought him here?
Jimmy.
Who is
What, was he
Alex? Just
Jimmy?
so I'm not out of the loop.
He's a
I'm
other weirdo.
Other than
Alex is
Brian.
he was the
He's a good
skinny
kid.
guy who
He's
used
a-
to eat
he's a
the
rapper.
cookies oddly.
He's
the
like an
the
amateur
Dominican kid.
rapper.
I think he's
Is he?
Dominican.
I don't think he's Dominican.
I don't remember. I just remember. I think that's Jimmy's friend. No, that was Jimmy's.
Yeah,
friend?
he's Jimmy's
He
friend.
acts like a wigger. He's like so weird. He's like
He
and he's
definitely
like
did.
He's like
He
100
definitely
pounds,
did.
soaking wet. He's got like glasses and curly hair. He like looks Jewish, but he acts black. He's kind of Asian. He's all over the place.
I mean,
where'd you
it's
find that
funny
guy? Where'd you find that kid, Jimmy?
I went to high school with him.
So
Yeah,
you
he
told me
just
he's
ended
like
up
a Latino nationalist now, but like he
Yeah,
used to be like a Trump supporter.
Why
And
can't
then
he
he's
be
like
both?
completely swung like.
No, he hates all the presidential candidates, but he likes Trump because of the chaos that he causes, and he thinks that
Chaos.
he's very much an anti-Zionist, and he feels that Trump isn't as bad.
That's
as
why
Biden
Spiridon
has
doesn't like him. It all makes sense. Him and Spiridon
I
never
actually kind
got
of did
along
like
at
the
all.
guy. I'm the only Israel
No,
supporter that hung
it
out
all
at
makes
Compound.
sense now.
I'm waiting for the comments to react to that. The fact that I support Israel. But
There was one time when Alex showed up to a show that Gino was headlining, and he got there like right as it was about to end, and Gino just came up with 30 minutes of new material just from watching him.
Man, I missed that. He roasted him.
I took some videos.
Where
of
was
it.
that?
You'll see them.
Where was that, Jimmy?
What was that?
Where was that?
That was at Bullseye in Brooklyn.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah,
he
Trump is
showed up-
not anti-Zionist. He has a Jewish son-in-law. Exactly.
Yeah, he's also very pro-Israel. It sounds like.
I
At
love
least
the Jews.
are.
There's some very good Jews on both sides.
In order for the marriage to go forward, Ivanka had to convert to Judaism. So his daughter is Jewish.
He's
Yeah.
obligated
Which
to
means
say
that
that.
their children are
She had to
Jewish,
get circumcised.
that was the initiation.
You know how
That's
painful that is?
Spiridon
Remember
can't
when
even bark. He knows it's true.
Did anybody see when in 2016 when Donald Trump Jr. was on Opie with Jim Norton?
No.
And Opie just out of nowhere. It was on like Super Tuesday because Donald Trump Jr. was doing the rounds. He did Political Cesspool with James Edwards, and then he went on the Opie show with Jim Norton. And out of nowhere, and because he was talking about his sister, because Ivanka just had a kid, and he's like, "Oh, no, she was pregnant at the time." He's like, "Oh yeah, Ivanka's about to pop," and Jim Norton, and no, Opie was like, "She's so hot, bro. Come on, I know it's your sister, but you gotta admit that."
That's
and it was just
interesting.
just Don Jr. just has like this uncomfortable laughter, and Jimmy's like, "It's okay." He says that about his own sister too. Don't worry.
That's a funny moment. I'm gonna go look for that.
I mean,
I never saw that. I never caught
But,
that.
like, you can't
Are
say that.
you
as your
lighting?
brother, you know?
Oh, I thought. Oh, you're ashing into a beer.
He's putting it out.
Well, it's empty, but
At least it's Miller Lite and not Bud Light.
there's none of that in this house.
Yeah, good boy.
Yeah, Jimmy
One
was
more.
late to that. He kept. I remember we were at Sullivan's a couple of times, and these guys are killing Bud Lights. This is like right after the Dylan Mulvaney bullshit, and everybody was like, "Jimmy, get out of here with that fucking drink, man. We don't need that shit here."
Well,
it was
hold
just
on.
funny to see how angry it made everyone.
Gino never did the boycott, and neither did Gavin, neither did Anthony. They all said we can tarnish Anheuser-Busch more by associating ourselves with it rather than by boycotting it.
That's funny.
And I think that was pretty smart.
That's a fair. That's a probably likely scenario too.
Sunny Hard R. I'm referring to the merger. Also, Frankie Papa Titty. Frankie, don't listen to him.
Yeah, that guy, he's just doing thing. That means Anthony Cumia's company and Gavin McInnes' company has merged. It's called Compound Censored.
All right. And
Frankie,
really, it was mostly.
Frankie's
It was
titties
just
are worth
really.
more than a $2 chat.
It was just the Anthony part that merged. Everybody else kind of got the short end of the stick. But yeah, we could still call it a merger, I guess.
It was more like everybody go home. You don't have to leave.
It was
You
more
can't
like
stay here.
Everybody can kick rocks, but we're just gonna call it a merger so that we don't scare the fans right away.
Wait, where'd Frankie go?
Now I'm homeless.
Oh,
yeah. Now
we
I'm
lose.
sad.
We lost to Frankie.
We lost Frankie.
Maybe
I'll
his
have to ask
phone
him
died.
I'm just enjoying this extended nip slip going on right now.
Oh, he's getting ready for this.
Oh my God! Side boob.
You guys didn't say anything. Why? Why would you let me stay on the air like that?
I laughed for a good 20 seconds, and then I brought it up after I noticed it.
That's a lot for a Monday, Vidal. At least wait till,
Sorry.
like Wednesday or Thursday.
I lost the value in the super chats now. They asked for Frankie's titties, and I gave them mine.
Now. I'm drinking a Topo Chico. It's like these are okay, but the sober White Claws are really the best.
Is that a weeb beer?
No, it's just a lime Topo Chico with mint extract.
It looks like a Clorox bleach container. Like
Does it that has booze in it or not?
No, it has nothing. It's just a seltzer with
Frankie
essences.
Well,
But the orange one of this tastes the best. It's orange, then this one, the blue one, is not that good. Viking. What's up, Viking? The only silver lining in Wet Spot ending is no more Ian. He was the worst, bringing his stupid book. Hopefully he's not doing great so far. Yeah, Ian was a super duper fan.
I like Viking right now. He's my favorite.
Viking is my people. Ian was the worst. He is it fair to say heavily autistic? I don't know.
Yes.
I've never seen a diagnosis.
Not like I love autism, but his particular case, he just would he was very antisocial. He would never really talk to me or give me eye contact or acknowledge me as a person or Compound Media or any of the Booth Boys or anybody. He just would be, I think he followed me on Twitter because if I post that, Holly Hendricks would be on or another adult film star that he liked, he'd show up. He'd be there. The elevator could be broke. Actually, the elevator was broken a number of times, and he'd run up 9 flights of stairs. I'd turn around, I'd see him there, out of breath, sweating, but he's like, "I'm here." And you couldn't keep him away from the adult film stars. And then he'd bust out a book, like if they were late or didn't show up or no one was paying attention to him, he'd start reading. And the best parts would be like when Drew would put the camera right on him, like while he was reading. Like he's reading. You're in a live studio audience of a live show, and you're gonna read. And one time I called him out on it, and he's like, "Oh, I don't know." Like if it wasn't about him, like if we were talking to him or if he was talking to one of the girls, he would always pitch himself because he thought that he was just ready to be scooped up by a porn talent agency. He was constantly letting the adult film star girls know that he was available. Like he likened himself to be like this twin. Naked photos, a video, and then he would send the Booth naked photos of himself, and the Booth would actually put them up. And he was very proud of his horrible body. Not an ounce of muscle, not an ounce of muscle on the whole guy's body.
Erica.
He was 115 pounds soaking wet. This kid, and just skinny and nerdy
and offensively pale.
Offensively pale, body like a glass of skim milk, Ovaltine even.
There's nothing wrong with being pale. Come on.
I'm sorry, Jimmy.
No, there's nothing wrong with being pale. But he was arrogant. He was selfish. I
wouldn't body shame or pick on a guy just for the sake of doing it. Let me just make this clear.
His personality sucked. He was not a team player. He was not a family member like you guys are. He was just show up, and if his girl wasn't there, he'd leave in the middle of the show. He wouldn't, be like, "Oh, hey guys, oh God, I was really hoping to see so and so, but I'll hang around." He was, you know what I mean? He's the type of guy who would go to an AVN or an Exotica, and he wanted that element. He wanted to see these girls, but for free, and he would never give anything back. He would never even be like, "Thank you. Wow, thank you for letting me meet this girl. Wow, thank you. If it weren't for you, Chrissy, I wouldn't have eaten Holly Hendricks' ass for free."
Jesus Murphy.
The highlight of his life.
In front of Jason and Heather, of all people.
You were watching the last time he was there, right?
Not a thank you note, nothing.
Holly was there with some other chick, and he's like, they said something. They're like, "Hey, you want to go for round 2?" He's like, "Yeah," and he jumps out of his chair and runs across the room.
It was like a puff of smoke, like the Road Runner. It was like beep beep, that's how fast he would move.
She gave him a round 2. She did. She went through with it.
She did.
Not a single redeeming quality. No. All right, fine.
No.
Maybe a redeeming quality could be like he
Comedic
was
relief.
funny. He was like funny to kind of like
He was great because you could play jokes off of him.
yeah, it was entertaining to kind of have fun with him because he was so just down for certain things. Like you knew exactly how he would act. Like
He had no shame.
he had no shame, and he should have had some shame.
Like
no,
Drew would complain all the time. Like he's got like hundreds of photos of this kid naked, and he emailed him like ahead of time
Not
of
a
the show
kid. He's like
to promote his shit.
25 years old.
He had some shame.
He's on the.
He would always tell his parents he was at a book club.
He lived
that's
with his
true.
parents. He lived with his parents in Manhattan. He would never tell his parents where he was going. He would say he was going to a book club, which is why he always had a book on him. But
he wasn't lying about the reading it part, but it's just
a redeeming quality is if you take Ian and compare him to someone like Michael Gavinelli, at least Ian does actually walk the walk. He does do like group sexual things, whereas Michael Gavinelli, I don't think has done anything like that other than creep girls out and get like put on blacklists everywhere. So there is that. Just playing devil's advocate of a redeeming quality for Ian if it's possible.
Did you ever notice the feud between them?
Yes.
Well, they hated each other. Yeah, they were.
Well, they had the competition,
the King of Porn contest, and Michael beat him out, and Ian never recovered from that because they both have like an insane knowledge of porn. So this was like the King of Porn contest was like history, and it was like top grossing genres in each part of the country, like questions like that. And
they
were neck and neck.
I went back and watched the first competition you had, the first contest you had with them, and Michael Gavinelli emailed the questions like to you guys because he already knew the answers.
Yes, he said, "Here are the questions in advance," and I was like, "Michael, that means you know the answers to all these questions. Why are you emailing them?" Like he tried to fix the contest.
That's literally what Hillary Clinton did.
Keeping up too.
That's funny. I didn't know that. That is hilarious. He tried to rig this shit.
He tried to rig it, and I was like, "No, Michael, we're gonna give you questions you don't know the answers to." And he was like, "I don't know about that."
My favorite Michael Gavinelli moment.
I had no problem with those two boys, but I heard about both of them at Exotica, right? I talked to the producers
God,
there.
really?
They all knew, like, they were all kind of like on. There were like different levels of lists. There's like the black list that you see this guy
list,
gets
a yellow list.
There was like a yellow list, right? Like a mid-tier list. Like, okay, he can get in the building. He can wait online. He can buy merch. Just keep an eye on him. Don't let him near the hotels. Don't let him no after parties or anything like that. And they were on that list. So I was like, okay, fuck these guys, man. That means they must have done something to warrant that. You don't just get on that list.
So they were allowed into
Michael
Exotica,
is known for barging into girls' dressing rooms. Like he's done that at a couple different clubs. Like, where girls like get dressed to go on stage. He's like, I want an autograph. And he just would like barge into a dressing room.
He must have thought he was like in with them or something. And he had like this weird, he didn't understand the boundaries at all. So he would just invite himself to these places.
He thinks if he pays $40 to take a photo with somebody, that means they're best friends.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
that's the way he spoke about the girls on the show.
Mm-hmm.
He always spoke about the girls like they were old buddies of his and shit.
Yep.
A stranger is a friend.
Well, they are. He spends every day with them.
True. Viking, the only silver lining. Oh, I already read that.
Yeah, that's what started this. Just reflecting on the calamity of those two.
Yeah. But you know what?
I'm kind of glad
I'll
I'll never
end up
see them
missing
again.
Ian. I'm probably gonna miss Ian because he just a great example of what not to do.
My favorite Michael Gavinelli moment was at Sullivan's. I was just sitting next to him as he's like enjoying his burger, and he's staring at Ian, and he just goes, "I fucking hate that kid."
Yep. He wanted to fight.
I thought
Wants
this
like
was
physically fight
WWE.
him.
I didn't know that they had a
Yeah, then he
genuine
pushed
fucking
me
feud.
instead.
What was that?
He pushed you?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
remember
you
Michael
remember.
Gavinelli pushed me, and I was so shocked by it. I was like, I need to calm this down. I was like, what are you doing?
What do you mean he pushed you?
Outside of Sullivan's, when he was really pissed at Ian, and I was like,
That wasn't
I
it.
was really just having fun with it mostly. For the fact of like, it was such a ludicrous thing that Michael Gavinelli was as mad as he was, and I was kind of like egging him on, I guess, a little bit of just being like, yeah, man. I mean, if he said the thing, you know, it's like, what are you gonna do? It's like he said the thing, you know, was doing stuff like that, and then he eventually pushed me, and I was just like, yeah.
You instigated
on,
that
like-
shit. You had it coming.
The video was on one of the first episodes of Keanu Cast.
Who? I was on the first episode of Keanu Cast.
It was one. No,
Ooh.
I think Chrissy was the first one. This would have been like number
No, I was on the first
3.
episode of Keanu Cast. I helped Keanu get her stuff set up,
Nice.
and I helped her get it going.
In your
I was
face,
also on the
Spiridon.
second episode
I
of
think he
Keanu
might know what
Cast
he's
where
talking about here,
Marshall,
Spiridon.
where Marshall had the debate about peeing in
Oh,
the sink,
that
and
was
I was
hilarious.
there for that.
Hey,
Yeah,
everybody raise a drink to Smash, Keanu's dad's pug. He was a good boy. Lived 13 long, beautiful
Great
years.
pug.
Let me get water. Ugh.
Water.
What? I don't have booze like
get
an
a
arm's
seltzer.
length.
Get a
Arm's reach.
seltzer. Live a little.
I don't feel like getting out.
Get a
Living on the
Capri
edge.
Sun or a Sunny D at least.
I could get
Get
another
some-
root beer.
Get an ocean spray.
You guys are too edgy for me, man. I can't hang with y'all.
You know.
Get a Tang. It's
You know what?
summer.
Maybe I will. I'm gonna go get another root beer.
Yes.
Oh.
Is it
Spirits.
an A&W? Is it an A&W?
He's gonna be
It's not
bouncing
kosher.
off the
No, it's just
wall.
Stewart's.
I
Yeah, and I
could
have work in
go-
the morning, but yeah.
You could be able to go to sleep, Spiridon, having a root beer at this hour.
We'll see.
Oh
I need
boy.
this shit to get
Summer
to sleep at
spirit
this
on.
hour.
You don't give a
See,
fuck.
I
He's
finished.
drinking root beer at 11 o'clock like a boss.
I
Yeah,
finished my
Spiridon
work
was
today.
hard to keep
I
up
was
with, that's
laying
all.
down, getting ready for bed when this stream started. So I'm still in just a pair of boxers right now.
Ooh, yes. Give us a visual.
Didn't want to know it.
Absolutely not.
Tell us about your slippers,
Oh.
Fealty.
Oh, I have great slippers, actually. You've seen them. I have
I've
the
seen them.
Chewbacca slippers.
You've brought them to the content house.
Yeah, so comfy.
I'll never forget.
Are they like furry?
They are.
Oh, yeah, very furry. Very comfy.
You know, it'd be funny if we end this before Spiridon gets back. I think that would be
We
hilarious.
should.
That would
Fuck Spiridon.
Just be sitting there
Nope,
with a
he's
root beer.
back.
I've been here the whole time. Man. I could-
What's up? Ooh,
Oh, that's a good
Stewart's.
root beer.
Somebody's doing
Stewart's.
well.
Not the
And-
one where you had your poop incident, but
Wait, so
He's
Spiridon, so you'll complain about a $25 charge at a comedy club, but you'll go out and buy the crazy expensive root beer.
Hey,
root
Chrissy.
beer is something
And
special to me.
Oh, what's up, Frankie?
21 Guns is the last podcast ever on Compound Media in the end of June.
You're right. It is. Frankie, where can people find you?
If you want to follow me on social media, my blue sky is at Frankie MacD, my Twitter is at Frankie MacD, now X, and my link tree is Frankie MacDonald, my Facebook is Frankie MacDonald, my Instagram is Frankie MacD94, my TikTok is FrankDon94, my Clapper is FrankDon94, my Twitch is FrankDon94, my Snapchat is Frankie AMECDON, my YouTube channel is Dogs Wolves, and my LinkedIn is Frank MacDonald. I'm Frankie MacDonald.
Yay! We love you, Frankie.
Nice, Frankie.
Get home safe. I get nervous with you out at night like this.
No, the hoodlums need to worry about Frankie. He's the real
Get home.
danger out there. Let's
The
Get home
mean
safe.
streets of Sith.
Vidal, where can people follow you?
Vidal, Super Ninja Gaming on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, everywhere else. I'm
And
around. We talk
are you
video
still
games
doing-
and fun stuff.
Are you still doing videos where you're kicking in the air and such?
Yeah, just still recovering my shoulder. Almost ready. Should be ready by August. Some
Okay,
martial
good.
arts stuff coming out. I'll have fun talk
Can't wait.
about soon.
I like martial arts. Viking, hail, Chrissy.
Chrissy,
hail,
we got to
what's
turn
going
you into
on?
an action star. We got to do it. We got to get you back in the gym.
Teach me some high kicks. Yeah. I'm gonna Krav Maga my back fat away. Fealty, where can people follow you?
Twitter, Ghostly Fealty, Chrissie Mayr's chat, and secretly in the back end at all times trying to
Secret
help out.
back end. Appreciate
Gotta
you,
be a
Guilty.
better way to say that.
Nope. It's the only way to say it.
He said it perfectly. Spirit on! Where can people find you up close and personal, 6 inches from the camera? Where can they follow you?
Well, nowhere.
What?
Nowhere.
You're not online in any capacity?
I pretend not to be.
He's too cool for us.
Just like the rest of the Jews hiding in the back.
Back to the attic with you. Jimmy, where can people follow you?
Jimmy Mern's been on Twitter, and keep checking out In Hot Water, especially on Impound Media, because you might see me on there next week.
Sick.
And also go to Domenico's in Levittown, Long Island on August 3rd to see Gino Bisconti and Fred Rubino, because I will be there as well.
Is that a deli, Domenico's?
And I got a major announcement to make. Gary and Steve could be the boss of the Impound Media studio.
They could be. I hope they are.
That's big news, Frankie. Hell yeah.
That would sound
Thank you, Frankie.
I thought he was going to finally admit to the Trump thing. I was like, wow.
I think it's the second shooter. Yeah.
At the Democratic National Convention in August, because I am running for president as an alternative.
Ooh, you got my
Kamala
vote, Jimmy.
Oh, cool.
I'm voting for you.
I'll be your running mate.
Guys, tomorrow I'm going to be interviewing Lionel. Remember Lionel from Compound Media? Anthony would have him on all the time. I'm going to interview him tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern. And then Wednesday, I'll be simulcasting with Garrett and Steve at 8 o'clock. I think Gino and Keanu might be jumping on that as well. Thursday is Nightlife at 9 p.m. Eastern. Also, Thursday, I will be on the Todd Showalter show. I think that's a radio show at around 2-ish. And then, of course, Friday Night Tights Friday at 4 o'clock on Nerdrotic's channel. Guys, this was so much fun. Thank you for jumping on. I miss all of you. I love all of you. Thank you to everybody in the chat. You guys are the best. And we'll see you next time.
Make sure you have the camera closer.
Bye.